Alright, so it's time for Team Battle Kayle. Now I'll tell you right off the bat, it's not a pretty game. Now, I'm fighting a jungle Heimerdinger, and I was hoping I wouldn't fight a troll jungle, but I digress. Alright, so my runes and masteries. My masteries are 2109, taking the most 80-centric offensive masteries on the offensive tree. My runes are attack speed red, yellow, and blues. By this point, you don't... Oh yeah, and armor penguins. By this point, you don't really need armor if you're going to get a leash. So knowing that, I forsaken those. I don't know how to say it right now. I'm in a dumb moment. You don't really need armor runes anymore. Like unless you're someone who's unsustained or one of the former weaker junglers just found his ability to jungle, you don't really need it. In any case, I head to the enemy jungle. My teammate just gets first blood. So my intention here was, I'm thinking the Heimerdinger should have been getting done by now. He should have been slower, but I should be able to ambush him in these bushes. He takes too long, so I just started off his raids because I thought he'd do something else. But no, look, crap, he shows up. So that didn't go as planned. However, I turn around and see if I could cut his face up a little bit, see how much damage I can do as Kayle. Haven't played her in a while. And Xerath shows up, and he misses his thing because I use flash. You know, flash. I guess that counts as a gank. Hooray! In any case. Say it 3 times. There, if you keep your count, you can already measure that. I go home, buy boots and potions because I still don't have my heal to sustain my health. My blue is about to run out, so I gotta make use of it. Well, is it running out? No, I can't even see from this replay. Whatever, I have red. I'm ready to gank somebody. And I try to gank Xerath, but like, I just guess he has a lot of movement speed right now. Like, I have both items, runes, and mastery, so I don't catch him. I get Heimerdinger's rune. I teach that a lesson. Heimerdinger's top right now, and he's fragile. And there's Pantheon. He's going to die if he doesn't back off. Like, he should have seen me coming. And there's gonna be a lot of lag here. You know, sorry for the low replay. It's an issue with it and Fraps at the moment. If it comes down to it, I'll fix it by lowering the quality of the team battles. In any case, Xerath showed up and died too. Pantheon is one of the best assisters for junglers. If there's a Pantheon in the lane, it's probably a good idea to gank his lane. He'll probably get the kill. That stun and the damage he has, beautiful. So he's somebody in this game that I want to focus on helping. Bottom lane, it's the opponents for my team are really weak. It's a weak combination, so I can gank them too. And boom, Kayle for some reason. So they actually try to pick a fight with me, but it's a 3v2. And we have high damage. So we turn on the little lizard freak guy, Kog'Maw, yeah. And Kayle already burned her exhaust in the beginning of the kill instead of when we were actually fighting. She should have waited until after her little shadow dust thing was over. Heimerdinger shows up. He's not going to survive long enough. He's already burned his escapes, and it's still 3 of us. Now, that could have gone a lot better if they had fought us 3v3, not 3v2 and then the other one coming by himself and dying. It would have been also better if they saved their exhaust, not used it while, you know, the fighting didn't actually go on. So, they wasted their resources and they didn't use their potential well enough. In any case, we got 3 easy kills right there. We could have done Dragon right now, but I just rather have stolen his blue and recover and go, you know, gank top. Now, I'll say, even though this is, oh, look, Garen right now. He's going to his natural home with the bushes, and I catch him there. Unbeknownst to me, Heimerdinger's showing up too, and I almost die, but, you know, ultimate saves the day. I get exhausted and I manage to escape. However, this is where I make a mistake. Instead of running just in the open, I should have started off by running to the bushes and waiting for Pantheon to, you know, scare off the Heimerdinger or kill him before he gets to me. So that was my mistake. I should, like, I got a little, you know, I got a little too ignorant. I should have just gotten through the open field. got to the bushes and stayed safe there. Hopefully recovered. Because Heimerdinger would have, even from long distance, been able to pick me off. Though Pantheon got the kill, though. Now he's even more fed than before. In case, this is one of my games where I decide to test out a jungle in a more controlled environment. Though that's why I was hoping they didn't do jungle Heimerdinger. He's another gank, leading with a slow and all the high damage that Kayle does with very few items. Dead Xerath, that's another gank. Kayle's ganking is interesting. Her slow is a strong nuke on champions with no magic resistance, and her E just turns into a ranged damage machine. It's pretty good. The speed boost is pretty much like ignorable, like it doesn't matter really. She also brings up with her high amounts of damage, so she can burst down some of the targets, and unlike a lot of the jungle champions, doesn't have range damage. You know, high range damage, high constant damage, and burst. Either way, they're doing dragon. They're easily killed. That wasn't. I didn't even have to commentate that. They were foolish enough to do that, and then I don't know. Kog'Maw decides to blow up on the dragon and helping us out a little bit. Anyways, the bonuses to, the benefits to jungle Kayle, as far as I see it now, is yes, while she's weaker than before her remake, she's still pretty strong if she's farmed. She's a hybrid type thing. She can add flavor to the group. In terms of jungle picks, she can actually transition better. As a team player. She needs a lot of farm, so that's bad for her transition. But what she can add to the team afterwards, more towards mid and late game, is pretty good. High damage, she's got support, she's got minor heals, and that ultimate. So that'd be one reason to pick her. In terms of jungling, she's passable in my opinion. She's a good duelist, and if she gets someone by surprise, like right there, she's gonna burst them down easily. That's what I was intending to do in the Heimerdinger in the very first couple, in the first levels. If I had caught Heimerdinger and he wasn't aware, I would have taken out a lot of his health, and probably forced him home. Unless it was one of the god tiers like Udyr and Skarner, they would just shrug it off and keep going. But if it was someone like Nocturne who wasn't ready for it, he would have gotten bursted down hard. Probably forcing him to waste some of his resources, his time, and whatever. So, yeah. As you can see, Pantheon is starting to wreck the enemy team, and it's just going, bad. It's just going good for us. And pretty much the game is probably over. I'm building Warmogs because you can't go wrong with Warmogs, and I built Zeal first because I love the movement speed on Kayle. She was actually one of my most played champions and my most played in beta. So, yeah. In any case, the game is over by the looks of it. Like, there's Xerath, and I want to see if I can kill him. Peeper busts out his flash. I thought it was down. So I just going to maul him a little bit. He turns around, so that means somebody's coming at me too. And, it turns out to be a Kog'Maw. I get stunned, I get blasted, but ultimate, and Janna does her part in, healing me. So I managed to escape. A huge melee is erupting. Pantheon's gonna come down in. Janna is, surviving. And I hang back trying to get off some stragglers, because even though I'm low health, I can still put a lot of damage before I drop. I know these past few team battles have seemed a little half-assed, but to be honest, I haven't played much League of Legends. I'm just trying to experiment with some things. The next ones will be a little bit more exciting or a little bit more angry, especially Man Bear Pig one that's coming up. Otherwise, in terms of more, jungling, as if how good Kayle can be, it's still up in the air. Like, the new jungle made it so AoE junglers can, have a haven, and she has constant AoE. Oh, look at this. Forgot about this. So okay, I'm low health, farming creeps for some reason, and Garen comes at me. I ult immediately because I'm thinking he's just gonna use his Demacian ult of doom on me, but he decides to spin at me. So I juke him, lure him out, and Pantheon finishes the job while I turn around and put out some damage. Anyways, back to what I was saying. The God Junglers are God Junglers because they have AoE damage. Sure, champions like Cho'Gath and Malphite have AoE damage too, but Udyrs and Skarners are constant AoE damage. It's like pulsating. It's like bam, damage, high damage, high damage, high damage, over and over. So they abuse the weak new jungle. They already have a lot of good stats all around anyways. So that's how the new jungle works for these two. Kayle can do that too for a little while. Her E allows for high pulsating damage. AoE damage, no matter. So it can work for her. However, she still comes with the whole weakness of like her ganking not being secure, her Q being easily able to juke out in duels thanks to the jungle brush, and general like build and path restraints. Now Akali decides to jump me for some reason, and I have Janna backing me up. And the second she goes into her dust, I turn on Kog'Maw. Second she comes out of her dust, I turn on her, and she explodes. Now Kog'Maw is going to be pinned to the wall because of the Janna ultimate, and this is where I get another easy kill. Bada bing, bada boom. That was so lame for me to say, but I think as dull as the game went out, I think people just wanted to see Jungle Kayle for once, or something different like this. In any case, there's Jungle Kayle. She's like gonna be high tier 3.